Is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Thank you so much for coming and celebrating 50 years of our grandparents' love. Some of you knew them the majority of their lives, but for those of you who didn't, here's a short recap. It all started a long time ago when two Vandenbergs were born, a beautiful baby boy.
No. They're not beautiful, they're handsome.
Alright, a handsome boy named Jack Edwin Vandenberg.
His name is Grandpa, not Jack.
Yes, and a beautiful baby girl named Ellen Diane Vandenberg, otherwise known as Grandma. They grew up living pretty ordinary lives. Well, at first, that is. Grandpa was born in Artesia, California, and he has two brothers and two sisters. Grandma was born in Long Beach, California, and she has two brothers and three sisters. They both grew up on dairies in Southern California and went to Ontario Christian. They were both athletes. Grandpa was a baller and Grandma was a cheerleader.
Is cheerleading an actual sport?
We're not going to talk about that right now.
When did Grandpa and Grandma actually meet?
Good question. It all started when they did roll call one day at school. Ellen Vandenberg.
Here.
Jack Vandenberg.
Here. Wait a minute. They have the same last name? Are they cousins? No, weirdo. They're from California, not Arkansas. Oh.
Yeah, let me show you. This is how you spell Grandpa's name. C, capital B, and an E at the end. Now here's Grandma's name. There is a capital D and B, and there is no E. That is a big difference.
Phew. So what happened next?
Well, that is when the extraordinary part happened. They fell in love and got married on a very special date, November 3rd, 1967. And that is why we are here. When they first got married, Grandpa was a sailor in the Navy and Grandma worked at the bank. After the Navy, Grandpa and Grandma started a dairy in Chino. They had two kids, their Uncle Steve and Aunt Jerry. When they were off to their second dairy in Corona, and that's when Uncle Jake and Uncle Kev came into the story. Then they moved their dairy to the desert in Barstow, and that's when they had their last child, Aunt Nell. They then moved all the way to Texas.
Hooray! Hooray!
And that's when their life got even better, because we all came along and went on some super fun trips and did really cool things together.
Oh, like fishing. Like SeaWorld? Like California? Like Galveston. Like Dinosaur Park. And like Proctor.
My favorite was going to Washington, D.C.
Where were we?
Don't worry about that. We'll still have lots more adventures to come.
Like Alaska?
And yes, and that is a very short story of extraordinary love.